Hello everyone, my name is Mara, and today's case is about KATHERYNE LUGO, who was only 4 years old when she went missing from Riviera Beach, Florida in 1994. And just a quick reminder before I get started, that I always try to do the best research and get the most accurate information I can for every single case that I cover. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's case. KATHERYNE Mary Lugo was born on March 6th of 1989 to her mom, Frances Moya. Some refer to her as Francisca Maya, but I'm going to refer to her throughout this video as Frances. She was in a relationship with a man named Misbah Muhammad Qazi, who was originally from Bangladesh. And this man was living with KATHERYNE and Frances in 1994. Sadly, Frances and Misbah did not have the best relationship. She said that they had not been getting along for years and that he mistreated her and KATHERYNE. There was even a time in 1992 when she had to report Misbah for domestic violence towards her. But like most abusive relationships, it's not that easy to just get out of them. And in 1993, Frances found out that she was pregnant with Misbah's child. And then in January of 1994, when Frances was 8 months pregnant, it's the morning of January 8th, and Frances is about to leave from the Wood Edges apartment complex in Riviera Beach, Florida, for work around 5:30 a.m. As she's leaving, she looks back up at the front door, and 4-year-old KATHERYNE was standing in the doorway waving at her mom, telling her bye and to have a good day and that she loves her. While Frances was at work this day, Misbah was supposed to be in charge of KATHERYNE. But when she arrives back home at 3:30 p.m., KATHERYNE is nowhere to be found. When Frances asks Misbah where her daughter is, he says that he sent her back to Bangladesh where he was born. He tells Frances he will not allow KATHERYNE to come back to the United States unless she signs over rights of their unborn child. Frances then goes and reports KATHERYNE as missing, and then lets authorities know what Misbah had said to her. He was then charged with kidnapping and went to trial in 1995. During this investigation, they were able to get into contact with Misbah's father, who's living in Bangladesh. But unfortunately, this did not bring any useful information into the investigation. His sister was actually one of the key witnesses that was supposed to testify against him in this trial, because his sister had previously confessed to authorities that she saw Misbah take KATHERYNE from the home on the day that she disappeared. But she suddenly took back her previous statement. Authorities did believe that he kidnapped KATHERYNE so he could get custody of this unborn child. And that he was trying to punish Frances because in the past, she had terminated 2 other pregnancies. But his defense was that Frances sent KATHERYNE into hiding to frame him for kidnapping and sending her away. Then, when his sister took back her statement, the whole case began to fall apart. So, Misbah was ultimately found not guilty. Then, as soon as he was released, Misbah moves to California. And this does not surprise me, given his history, that as soon as he gets out, he goes right back to mentally abusing and harassing poor Frances. And I just need to stop and say, I cannot imagine the pain that this poor woman was going through. From not knowing what happened to KATHERYNE and knowing that Misbah is more than likely guilty of whatever happened to KATHERYNE, but he just gets away with it. And then he turns right back to abusing her. On these phone calls, too, he would just taunt her. He'd be like, oh yes, I'll tell you where she is. But then he would never follow through with that. And then on another phone call, this one was actually recorded, he said to Frances, I want you to suffer. Who won the game? Me. But he was not able to stay out of trouble for long, because in 1995, he was convicted after beating his pregnant fiancée with a hammer. Now Misbah is serving a life sentence in California. It was found out that he had taken out a $300,000 life insurance policy on this woman, so that's why he planned on killing her, so he could receive the settlement. And throughout the years, the FBI has tried to interview Misbah in prison and get him to speak out about what happened to KATHERYNE. And authorities have said anytime her name is brought up, he gets quiet and looks away, but he won't say anything. But KATHERYNE's case is still open and unsolved. Authorities do believe that she is still alive and that she might still be in the United States. Her family has ties to New York, New Jersey, and West Palm Beach, Florida, as well as Bangladesh. Today, she would be 34 years old. If you or anyone you know knows anything about what happened to Katherine, please speak out to authorities. I was reading an interview that they were able to do with Frances. My heart is so broken for her. Missing your daughter for all of these years and not knowing if she's okay just does not make sense to me why people do these horrible things to each other, let alone innocent children. But I think that's all that I have for today. If I forgot anything or there's any more details that you want to add, please comment down below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and I will see you all next time.